right, folks, so week 2 is burpees, and what we're going to do in our warm-up is focus on the squat pattern, because as you know, a good squat is part of going in and out of a quality burpee. Our warm-ups are going to focus on the things that we need for a quality squat to support a quality burpee. So we're going to look at ankle, knee, and hip flexion, as well as trunk extension, and those things happening at the same time. So we're going to do 2 exercises. The perfect squat is 1. Some of us refer to it as a 4-point squat. First point is your hands come toward the floor, bending your knees as much as you need to get your hands comfortably to the floor. Legs can be pretty wide for this. Hips come down, spine is still straight. That's number 2. For 3, we bring the arms straight up overhead as best we can, and then for 4, we stand back up. This is a great one to just continue to do for 30 seconds. You can count out a bunch of reps. The team can stay together as the coaches are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, even get the ladies to count along. Works as a great thing to kind of get things warmed up. If you look in the bottom of this squat, so in this number 2 position, there's a fairly big angle at my ankle, another big angle at my knee. There's a big angle at my hips too, but the depth of the hips is not what we're going for. We don't need to come super low into this squat in order to make the squat or the burpee better. So it's not about how low the hips can go. It's about keeping with the knees and the hips flexed, keeping the trunk upright and avoiding this rounding of the spine, because that's what causes the problems in with repetitive movement like that. That's what causes the problems in our burpees. So spine stays fairly straight, arms up, maintaining that fairly straight position, and then we stand up. So 30 seconds to a minute with the perfect squat, 4-point squat. Then we're going to do what we as yogis know to be lizard pose. So the front shin is fairly vertical, knee and hip are flexed on this front leg, back leg is extended. Typically in yoga, the weight is in the hands inside the foot. What we're going to do is a dynamic lizard, and so because we're not so concerned with spending a lot of time on opening hip flexibility right now, we're warming up to do burpees. So what we're going to do is make it dynamic. So I'm going to say go hands on either side of the foot. We're not going to be super concerned about form here either, because we're looking to make the range of motion in the joints what it needs to be to do the burpees. So hands on blocks or even boxes to help support this would be great. Especially for some of the folks with limited mobility that will be doing their burpees with their hands on the box or with some other kind of support. So the knee drives forward, and then you kind of sit back. Drive forward and sit back. So I'm looking to warm up ankle dorsiflexion, knee flexion, and hip flexion on this side while I'm getting hip extension and trunk extension. And then I just take a break from it, just kind of shift back. We're not really working too much on stretching the hamstring, although there's a dynamic hamstring stretch here on the front leg at the same time. Forward and back, so kind of gaze down as I'm coming back, and then I kind of maybe bring my gaze forward as I'm coming forward. Maybe 30 seconds with my right leg in front, and we would switch to the other side. So to get your athletes ready for your burpees, we're going to focus on squat pattern with the perfect squat for about a minute or so, dynamic lizard 30 seconds on each side. Have some fun.